Hi, everybody. It's James Bartholet.
And Alex Cole.
And this is Inside the Industry with James Bartholet.
Woo!
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day! Yay, love and capitalism. I mean love.
Love and capitalism.
Yeah.
It is also Gong Hei Fat Choi. It is Chinese New Year. It is the year of the dragon. Do you know what your animal is?
The ram.
The ram.
Yeah.
Makes sense for you to be in porn then.
I guess so.
I'm the pig or
Oh, okay.
yeah, the hog. Yeah.
Huh.
So, but for everybody, this should with the year of the dragon brings a great prosperity to everybody. So we are wishing you all a wonderful, very successful, and very happy and healthy 2014. All right, there's also Valentine's Day going on today. And if you look down there, young lady, there's 2 gifts for you. It's like Christmas.
You got me presents?
Yes.
Whatcha? Let's see.
Because you're a cat lady.
We got the Cat Vac, the perfect desk companion. What is it? Oh, it vacuums my desk?
Yeah.
Wait.
It's a little vacuum cleaner.
Oh, that's so cute.
But it's shaped like a cat, and she has a cat.
I do. I have 3. Oh, thank you, James. All
And
right.
then this gift. We were upstairs earlier talking, and we were talking about how your mother told you, don't get a flower.
Oh, yeah. My mom told me that, it's better to show people flowers than to pick them because then they don't die.
Or to give somebody a flower they grow.
Oh, that's so nice.
Isn't that
Okay,
nice?
1 narcissus in a glass vase. Aw, that'll be nice. I like growing plants.
Just keep that out of the way of the cats.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, we have some new sponsors that are coming on board. One of them, of course, is our friends over here at the Male Rose. This is a stimulator for the guys, but I guess the girl could use it as well because it's supposed to stimulate the mouth.
Ah.
Okay.
Simulate the mouth. Oh, yeah, I see. Interesting. How do you turn it on? Ah.
There you go. I don't think it was plugged in and
Oh,
charged.
no, I guess not.
Yeah.
No examples. Only imagination.
Yes.
All right.
But you can see a girl putting that on her.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That could
Yeah,
work.
I think it could.
Okay. And also our good friends at Shivers and Hustle. This is a male and female enhancement product made with all natural ingredients, and it's a gummy. I have so many
like
people say
gummies.
gummies. Everybody loves the gummies.
Yeah.
So this is for you to try the female one.
Thank you.
And then I've got the male one. And a lucky viewer or listener out there can get a chance to win a free sample of Shivers or Hustle. Right into the email that you see below you right now, insidecontest@gmail.com. And you can get a chance to win this great product here, which is Shivers or Hustle. And also, I want to remind you that we have a contest going on so you can see myself, and you can see Miss Cole, and you can see Miss Stone, and all of the other gals that are going to be there at Exotica Chicago coming up April 12th, 13th, and 14th. Yeah? Good God, I remembered that. That's good.
Good job. I had to Google it.
That's going to be in Chicago at the Donald D. Stevens Convention Center. We have 5 free passes that we are giving away for some lucky fans out there. So write into insidecontest@gmail.com and put Exotica Contest in the header. All right, without further ado, we have got this lovely, lovely woman who is here, who is not only an incredible female performer and female star in the adult industry, but she is also starting to make a mark for herself in the mainstream industry. We were very lucky to get her as one of our cast for Scissors, which they are diligently working on post-production right now, and the editing will be finished on that soon. But this young lady here was just incredible in the movie. What an incredible actress. And if you're a producer out there and you're looking to hire somebody, hire this woman right here. Let's hear it for Alec Cole. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Very hireable person right here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, you just did a scene with Mr. Quasar today.
I did, yeah. Mike Quasar directed the scene I was in today with Corey Chase.
Now, you did a scene for him last year that came out.
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of scenes.
Pistol and stuff.
Oh yeah, The Voyeur. Yeah.
The Voyeur. Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That got some noms.
Yeah, I think so. And it's about property, and it's like an Airbnb, and so people are in and out of it. And I'm hired to watch the cameras, and I'm watching the cameras a little too enthusiastically, and then it turns out, well, there's a twist, and I can't tell you the twist, but
you gotta watch it.
To more sex, shockingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can zoom in on her eyes, but her eyes are just so mesmerizing.
Oh, thanks.
It's gorgeous, and that raven dark hair.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You don't see that a lot in these gals now because they want to put the blonde streaks in,
Sure.
or they dye it purple or orange, or they look like that Ice Spice, so they look like Little Orphan Annie at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I like how I like the variety of hairstyles that I see in porn now, because there's definitely. I used to have blue hair, and whenever I first started,
right.
Yeah, whenever I first started, actually, it's funny. The reason I had blue hair was because when I was camming, I let the guys choose my hair color for multiple years.
Wow.
Yeah, so starting, I think, in the first year, maybe in the second year. I can't quite remember. I think it might have been the second year I was camming in 2016. But yeah, first they picked orange with white tips, and we called it foxtail hair. And I had that for like a year. And then after that, we went straight from orange and white to blue, which my hairstylist was like, this is a mistake, but it wasn't. My hair's very healthy. So it worked, and we went straight to blue, kept blue for like a couple of years because they really liked it. They kept voting for it every year. Nothing else came close. And then when I started porn, I was like, guys, the blue has to go. It's ruining all my sheets, and it's not good for bookings.
Ooh.
And so, they still ask for me to get the blue back. Someday I might do it again, but it really does like stain everything, and it's hard to maintain.
Well, can't you just get a wig?
I don't know, because I have a lot of hair, and it would be really hard to get it in a wig. Anytime anybody's put a wig on me,
it is a lot.
It's a lot. No, and it doesn't
gorgeous,
look
too.
like it is because it's fine textured, but like. Anytime I wear a wig, you can really tell, because it makes my head look way bigger than it is, and I got a tiny head to begin with. I got a little bitty shrunken head. Just look at it. Everybody says no, I'm proportionate, and I am. But if you look at photos of me with other girls, my head is always the tiniest head in the photo.
Now, a lot of people may not know this. You started your exposure here to the industry was because you were a cam girl.
Yeah.
That's when I first met you. You were at the Exotica as a very shy girl, and then she blossomed into this adult star, and she's still a very demure.
I try to think, what would Dolly Parton do? I don't always do it, but and I know that's kind of left field, but if you watch, I hit my mic. I apologize to all of you for that. But if you watch, there's a series I like called Celebrities Setting Boundaries, and that's something that Dolly Parton is amazing at, and she's amazing at doing it gracefully. There's so many examples of her handling social situations in just the most poised, amazing way possible. And so whenever I'm trying to figure out how to do a situation, I'll either think, what would Dolly Parton do? Or what would Markiplier do? Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I fucking love Markiplier. He's like one of my favorite people in the entire world to be parasocial with. Like, because he doesn't know me at all, but I'm in love with him. But yeah, he always makes the right decisions too. And they both stand their ground, but like in a way that is respectful.
Yeah.
And like, shows class, and that's what I would like to do when I'm not being a gremlin. I like to be classy.
You're a gremlin?
Yeah, it's a joke on set.
Okay.
That I'm a little gremlin that made it onto set, so like to make the girls laugh sometimes if they're nervous.
You just sit there.
I'll hop around. Like, don't worry. Like, I'm here to help. I'm just a little set gremlin, you know? But, yeah, no. Physical.
You'd only hear about this here on this show. Yeah. Running back really quick about Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Here's a fact people may not know about Dolly Parton. Do you notice it all the time when you see photographs of her when she's performing? She always has long sleeves on. Why is that?
Does she have tattoos?
That's right.
Yeah.
She's got full sleeves.
Yeah.
Full
and she's covering
sleeves.
them because it's spicy, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, well, I just don't think that looked good. Show everybody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that woman is covered.
Yeah, that's another thing I like about...
Like, if she had been in porn, she would have been a star for Joanna
Vixens.
Angel or Inked Vixens, yeah.
Annabelle Peaks.
Yeah.
Style. Yeah. I miss her.
Now, do you have tattoos?
No, I have 0 tattoos. I don't have any tattoos or piercings at all, and I never have.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You don't even have your ears pierced?
No. So...
Son of a gun.
Yeah, I don't really have any body modifications at all. I had braces when I was a kid, but like Yeah, and that is a body modification though, so I'll own it. And I dye my hair, so that's a body modification, and but that's it. I don't really, there's nothing else, and I really like that. And I think that there's a lot of, like, I think everybody should do whatever the fuck they want.
Of course.
If you want to modify. But, like, if you don't want to, you don't have to. And I think there's a lot of pressure, and there's this feeling of, like, I can't compete with, like, a surgeon. Like, that level of, like, artistic skill, because you're taking an already beautiful person and making them even more perfect. Mm-hmm. And I've had those thoughts, too, but it's like, I kind of want to put it out there that, like, no, you're fine. Like, you can just be exactly.
Well, what would you tell a young gal? Say there's a young girl that's is watching the show or listening to the show right now and says, you know what? When I get older, Miss Cole, I want to be just like you. I want to be an adult film star. Uh-huh. What would you tell her?
I would say try camming first.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because I feel like they're very different, but I feel like you said, like I was very shy when I started, and camming made me not shy. Mm-hmm. And camming showed me in a safe environment without, like, being physically with other people. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're camming, you're completely in control, so you can experiment, you can play with things. Like, if somebody pushes your boundaries on cam, you can just shut your laptop or block them or whatever.
True.
So but if somebody pushes your boundaries on set, you're in person with another human being, so you might be more intimidated. So even in the beginning,
that's a good point.
It's such a huge confidence boost to be on cam and to be completely in charge.
Yeah.
And to be like, I try to be tough but fair in my cam room, and I think that the guys really appreciate it. Because, like, if I don't like something, I don't get mad at them. I just say, hey, I don't like that. Like,
now,
let's not do that.
Do you think, from looking back from when you first started in the industry, do you think conditions on the set have gotten better now?
I don't know. Because, like, I started in 2019 with the porn part, and I had some bad... My two main, like, bad experiences I've had in porn were in 2019 at the very beginning. Because I feel like the people that cause problems generally tend to work with new people only. You know? I think that's
so they think they could take advantage.
Not that all companies that work with new people only are bad, but I think that when you're in that environment, there's a lot of more opportunity for bad. Because, you know, even having the level of, like, understanding of my own boundaries and understanding of how to assert myself, being put into those situations, even with all that 4 years of preparation through camming.
I think that might be Amirah Adara.
Hello there.
Ladies and gentlemen, multiple award-winning international star Amirah Adara is on with me, and the lovely Alex Cole right now.
Hey everyone, how are you?
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You know, she was just talking to us about when she got started and her experiences on that first time on the set, and that a couple of things weren't so great, but in general it was great, right? Yeah. How was it like? Do you remember your very first scene that you ever did, dear?
Of course I remember.
Yeah.
I was actually 18, and my first agent found me in a club, and they asked if I want to do some modeling. And I was like, modeling, yeah, of course, it's cool, let's do that. So like a few days later, I went to the agency, and they were like, okay, it's not like normal modeling, it's porn. So I was like, sounds interesting. I never thought I would do that, but okay, let's try. So my first scene was for Pierre Woodman, and I started right away with the DP.
No way. No, you haven't done
Oh,
DP
yeah.
yet.
I have for my own content.
Oh, for your own content, not a company. So you came right out the gate, ass up, face down.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I remember I enjoyed it so much. So after I was like, we finished the scene, and then I was like, oh, I invite everyone for a dinner. So we went to eat all together. So it was really fun.
And then you had an orgy after dinner.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I called, we talk on the phone all the time. And by the way, she's calling in live right now, folks, from Hungary, from Budapest.
Yeah.
You told me yesterday that you did 3 scenes yesterday or 2 scenes?
2. And before yesterday, also 2.
Wow. And you came in and did the show tonight. Wow, that's incredible. Have you ever done 2 scenes in a day?
Yeah, a lot, yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I mean, that's a lot.
And
folks.
I mean, I shot it for my own platform, so it's like, it's easy.
So that's easy to come in and out, and, you haven't got... Well, I'm sure you have a crew there when you're filming, right?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. Now, you have worked for so many companies, and you have worked with so many stars, and that's over there in Europe. How about here in the United States? Have you shot over here in the United States at all, or do you want to?
Yes, I would love to. So in the future, I might think of going there for like shoots, because I've been there for like AVN and XBs and all this cool stuff and like visiting friends. But I would like to go there for work as well. So I will consider that in the future.
Now, you and your husband were with me on the red carpet at the AVNs last month. And
Yay!
Yeah, we had such a fun time. And he's a very famous director and performer over there in Europe as well. Hello to him. You told me that there is an award show that's like the equivalent of AVN in Europe, in Berlin. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, XBs is doing like the XBs Europe Awards. I think since like 2018 or something like that. So we are really happy that they have this show here. So at least we have something to wait for every year.
Well, I want you to be honest. Is the show there in Berlin anything near what we have here with XBiz and AVN? I mean, we really pull all the stops out here.
I mean, they make it, like lately they made it really big. Like in the first few years it was in Berlin, and the last year it was in Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. And the Amsterdam one was huge. Like it was amazing. We have all the panels, we have the award show, so they made it really, really cool.
Now, speaking of Amsterdam, you had told me that you did one of those scenes where the guy and the gal are having sex in the window and people are like walking by in the street, and they actually have things like that in Amsterdam. They may not be having sex, but they have the girls naked in the windows there in Amsterdam, right?
Yeah, we have that in the red light district.
But you did a movie where the scenario was you were the girl in the booth in the window, and the people are walking by on the street, and they're like, oh, what's that? You know, they drop their espresso. They go, oh, look at the vagina. Yeah.
Exactly. It's always fun to have things like this. It was actually in a truck, which like it's see-through, but like we can see outside, but they cannot see inside. That's really cool.
Would you do a scene like that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You would?
Yeah. I'm not shy anymore.
But they would never allow that here in the United States.
No,
oh God, no. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, there was a company that I was working with, and we did the scene, and we were in a park. And, you know, we had to get in a park way out in the valley, the north end of the valley.
Yeah.
And nobody was there on a weekday. But we still got in trouble after the movie came out. You know, somebody at Park and Rec said, that's our park up there in Northridge. You shouldn't be fucking in the park there, you know, getting the sperm on the swings and everything.
I mean, you shouldn't be getting sperm on the swings.
No, you shouldn't be getting sperm on swings.
No one get any sperm on those swings.
Yes.
The slide, no, not the slide either.
But a public thing, that's an exciting thing, I think.
Sure. I mean, honestly, I think public stuff, you just really have to be careful, because I honestly value everybody's consent, and anybody that didn't want to see that, I don't think, especially like younger people, I think people need to be more responsible with their public content. I don't really shoot very much of it because I have to actually be in a private area.
There was a girl, and she's not in porn right now. She might be doing OnlyFans, I don't know. But she got in a lot of trouble, girls. You're going to love this, and folks at home, you'll love this story. She was a very famous performer. I don't want to say who it was, Puma Suede. And she was up in a helicopter, and she was doing the scene with this guy, and she was all naked. And then the guy that was doing the helicopter goes, how about me? So she was reaching over and jacking off the guy, supposedly. So now the helicopter's going
That's not
and going through downtown. So this guy lost his license and this whole thing. And you can imagine somebody in a high-rise, they're sitting out there looking through the window, and look at that naked lady there, you know. It's like...
Was it worth losing your license over a half-hearted old-fashioned? Like, I don't
half-hearted old-fashioned?
Yeah, because she's probably not paying too much attention. She's busy.
I love you. Did you just call a hand job an old-fashioned?
That's what it's called, yeah, an old-fashioned.
Okay, Edric, have you ever heard that term? No.
No, never.
Amirah, you've never heard that term.
I've totally... An ex taught me that, yeah.
Yes, here we go. And now the new title here. Your Encyclopedia of Porn this week.
Old-fashioned.
The old-fashioned. So when
Back
you go
to basics.
Into a bar, when you go in a bar and you go, hey, I'm going to have an old-fashioned.
I'll have an old-fashioned. Would you like one?
Yes,
That's how
I
it goes.
would.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. And scene. Yeah. Well, no, and begin scene.
And begin
Sex
scene.
begins is how it usually says it on the script, yeah? So.
Now, you and your husband are both porn legends, porn royalty over there in Europe. How did you two meet?
Actually, I did my second scene with him.
Oh, wow.
He just wake up now, so I might have an old-fashioned with him. After this.
Yes, please.
Atta girl, thank you for listening. Okay,
for
good. You know what we're talking about. Okay, cool. All right. While we've got you on the air, we're going to read off. Do you have the Valentine's Day list? Is that over there? Thank you, Edric.
Of course.
We're gonna share with everybody at home Valentine's Day listings of some creative things for Valentine's Day. And later on in the show, we have our good friends at the mall.sexy have what you want to watch for this week. But here are some Valentine's Day facts that we're going to share with you. Number 1, according to legend, Saint Valentine signed a letter from your Valentine to his jailer's daughter, whom he had befriended and healed from blindness. Another legend states that he defied the emperor's orders and secretly married couples to spare their husbands from being conscripted to serve in the war. So the first Valentine came from this guy. And that first Valentine's Day celebrated was in the year 496.
What is it?
Yeah. The first Valentine's Day was in 496. The first Valentine's Day letter was written in 1415. The first Valentine's Day cards were handmade. The most popular Valentine's Day gifts are flowers and chocolates. Unless you're James Bartholet giving his BFF,
right.
What is that? A little cat vacuum?
Well, a cat vacuum and a flower.
And flower that you could grow, which is better.
It is.
It is a lot better. So listen, if you're listening or watching the show right now and you haven't got that Valentine's Day gift, get them a potted plant.
Yeah,
don't get cut flowers. Get something that'll keep growing because that symbolizes your love growing. Okay? The most popular Valentine's Day gifts are flowers, chocolates, and old fashions. Yeah.
Exactly.
The first Valentine's Day celebration took place where in Europe? Is it Germany, Amsterdam, or France?
Good question.
It was France.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was France.
I would say that.
Now, about 25% of pet owners, you right there, give Valentine's Day gifts to their pets. Is that true or not true, ladies?
Not for me, but I'm always getting them stuff. So I'm not very much a gift giver on holidays. I just give gifts all the time. I don't know. But I'm terrible at doing it on holidays.
Okay.
Under pressure, I can't do it. Anyway.
I can't wait to see the gift you're getting me.
I actually like the idea to give Valentine's Day present to pets.
It's an old fashioned. What was that, dear? What do you say?
Like I really like this idea to give Valentine's Day present to the pets. I would do that.
Do you have?
I never did, but I would. Yes, I have a cat and I have a dog. And my cat is walking around me right now.
Oh, okay. That's cute. Well, happy Valentine's Day.
She's really interested in the show.
Next Valentine's Day fact, the chocolate box that people give out for gifts, that has been around for over 150 years. Can you imagine that?
I can believe that.
And by the way, those very first chocolates from 150 years ago are still on sale at the dollar store right now today. Yeah, so you can go. No. Have you ever gone to the dollar store? I mean, that shit is like you pick it up and you go, wait a minute, this expired in 1986? I didn't even know they still made this brand anymore. Yeah.
It's nostalgic. Okay. Antique chocolate.
Very true. Now, my dear friends that are on as guests with me tonight, tell me if this is true or not. Our next Valentine's Day fact, around 85% of Valentine's Day cards are bought by women.
I could see that being true.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Perhaps.
Because like basically guys mostly buy flowers or chocolate, so the girls would like write cards.
From guys.
Oh.
No, it's not a sad thing. It's just a factual thing.
Oh, okay. I think cards are a great thing.
Cards are cool. Cards are cool. It's just you don't know what to do with them after. Like, how long do you have to hold on to a card? Is a question I've heard many a time.
That's true.
It's actually why I stopped giving people cards, was because I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, what do I expect you to do with this in, like, 2 weeks? Like, keep it? I don't know. Like, how long do you have to keep it? 5 years? Like how long?
Well, yeah, that's true. Amirah, how long do you keep a Christmas card or a Valentine's Day card?
I mean, we don't really do cards out here. I mean, my husband was just listening, and he was like, "Oh, you usually give blowjobs."
Oh, well, that's
like,
the gift that keeps
I
giving.
mean, that's better than a card.
Yeah. You live on a farm?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you lived on a farm. I was like, well, okay. I got a Valentine's Day card the other day from a fan, but it had a picture of George Santos, the politician who was disgraced and got thrown out of office in a Cupid outfit. And I just like ripped that one up right away.
See, with cards, I feel like I'll keep it if it's funny or if it's like special. If it's from my mother, I keep it until I die. That's the rule.
Oh,
so I feel
your
like,
mom.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I love my mom.
Yes.
So, yeah, my mom's great.
Okay, we know she's watching.
Shut up.
She might be.
No, she's not. She doesn't know what I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, she does now. Hello.
Definitely not. No.
Okay.
Still no. It's been almost 10 years. She ain't finding out.
Okay. Amirah, does your family know that you're in the adult industry?
Yeah, they know. Like, they find out actually almost right away. So.
Yeah.
So what was their reaction?
Yeah. First, it was not so good, but like after a while, they realized that I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I'm happy with my life. So that's the most important for them. So they are okay with it.
Well, I always say that in my seminars at the Exotica, Breaking in the Biz, and just advice I give to young people starting out in the industry is talk to your family and friends first. Make sure that they know and they're cool with this. Because you don't want something...
Yeah, because usually they find out.
Yeah, usually they find out, and the worst thing is it comes up in the middle of, a Thanksgiving dinner or something, and they're like, oh, by the way, do you know that James does porn? And then here's Grandma going, oh, he likes corn? I love corn.
See, my counter advice is you don't have to tell them, but you do. My advice that I give, because they still don't fucking know, and it's been 9 years. So
What do you have, Tourette's?
No. What?
I don't fucking know. Yeah. I'm kidding
Yeah, it's
you.
an emphasizer, like a
Okay.
But
It's an adverb.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
And now this has turned into Schoolhouse Rock XXX. Yeah.
I'm just following you. But what was I saying? You cut me off.
I don't. We were talking about talking to the family.
Yes. The advice I would say is you don't have to like tell them, because like telling certain people, it's like, why are you telling them? Just to like get it off your conscience? Now they have to think about it when they probably wouldn't find out anyway. But I do say, think of the worst possible person that could find out and the worst possible response they could have, and be okay with that.
Wow.
Like if you can do that, like I thought of the worst possible person that could find out, and I thought of the worst possible response they could have, and I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that, and then I did it. So and they've never. It's literally been 9 years, and they've never ever found out. So I mean, you don't have to like tell everybody. I feel like but be prepared for everybody to know, and tell people you want to tell, and don't tell people you don't want to tell. But be ready, because you never know. Because I had a girl try to send my mom my porn 3 months into camming. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 3 months
Evil.
in. Yeah, but my mom doesn't use computers really, so you can't.
Oh,
so she found a lady that she thought was my mom and sent her my porn, which was very embarrassing.
Oh, so
her.
this woman wasn't your mother.
No, not my mom. So she thought it was my mom, but it wasn't my mom. So, but yeah, so bitches be bitching, so just be ready.
Bitches be...
If you get into any of this... that somebody might do something like that. So you have to just be ready. But yeah, you don't have to tell everybody. Sorry.
Now,
my parents find out like that too.
Amirah, how about old boyfriends that now see that you're an adult film star? Have you had any kind of an altercation with an old boyfriend or old girlfriend?
I mean, actually, my husband is my first boyfriend. So like before that, yeah. So like before that, I didn't have anything serious going on. So obviously he knows.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, maybe like schoolmates, they are like, oh, she's doing porn. Oh my God. I get that from like old friends or schoolmates, but that's it.
And the reception's good. I mean, they're not cold to you or something, right?
I mean, it was a few old friends who are not friends anymore, obviously, that they were like, oh, that's too bad that beach is doing this. But like most of them were like taking it really cool. So I'm happy about that.
Good, good. Now, if you look back over your career, what would you say was that one or two standout performances you've done? You've won so many awards, and by the way, congratulations, you got another AVN award last month for International Girl Performer. Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah,
Thank
great.
you.
So what is...
I was really happy about that.
I bet.
So let's say that there's somebody that's new to this industry, or they're not familiar, and shame on you, you should be, with your performances. What is something you could give them for their porn homework to do tonight to watch?
Oh my God! Like I have so many scenes that I love. Like most of the scenes I love. We were just shooting with our friends Thomas Stone and Tiffany Russo yesterday, and we were speaking about that we had this. What?
Who was it? You said that so fast. I couldn't understand the name. You said
Tiffany Russo and Thomas Stone.
Tiffany
They are.
Russo. Okay.
Yeah. So we were talking about that. We had this
in a hot chocolate mug.
Exactly.
It's that Hungarian accent. It's so sexy, but I can't understand what she's saying. Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Okay, so Tiffany Russo, who's a lovely gal. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she is. We just did a scene yesterday.
Wow.
And we're going to do another one today, actually. So, yeah, she's amazing.
Who did you work with today?
And
Corey Chase.
Corey Chase. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
First time.
Whoa.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the fans are gonna. Better get some extra boy butter for that one. Yeah, might get a tub of that stuff just to watch the scenes. All right, now, Amirah, where can people follow you on social media?
I have Twitter, Amirah Adara XXX. I have Instagram, real_Amirah Adara. And of course, I have my OnlyFans, Amirah Adara X. And basically these are what I use for now.
Very, very good. Now, is there any other new projects that you want to let the world know? Because we're on Worldwide Live right now. So what do you want to tell them to watch?
Actually, I just came back to do boy-girl scenes again after 5 years.
Yeah.
So we are shooting. Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course.
I really enjoy it. So basically, for now, we are shooting exclusively for my platforms, like mostly OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So the scenes, we are right now shooting scenes every day, like making them, and then we're gonna release them pretty soon. And after 5 years, can you imagine how hungry I am? So I guess you can see that in the scenes.
Wow. I'm going to order 5 old fashions from you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yabba dabba do.
And I
It's
just
fun
did
to
a
screw.
scene.
Yeah. I
Oh,
like
nice.
that.
And I just did a scene for Rocco Siffredi.
Whoa.
Like,
now,
last
you know
week,
Rocco is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know who that is, yeah.
Yeah.
I have not worked with him or met him.
everybody knows Rocco.
Rocco, is it true, Amirah, that Rocco has a statue or a street named after him in Europe?
Yes, actually, we shot a scene with the statue. And yeah, that statue is amazing. And it's huge. Like, it's really huge. I've seen it with my own eyes, so that exists.
Now, wait a minute now. This isn't a nude statue, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's in public and
You
it's
haven't
nude?
seen it? You should Google it.
I mean, I don't know where it is, because when we shot the scene, it was in Rocco's studio.
Yeah.
But after they brought it somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now, actually. I have to check on that.
It's in public.
It's life size. Well, I saw a picture of him next to it. You can see a picture of it.
It's life size.
Yeah. So if you want to see it, you can see it.
So you go on a Europe on a little tour or something like that. Here's the Colosseum. Here's the Eiffel Tower. Here's Rocco's penis.
Well, she was saying, I think it was only in public for the scene. I think probably they stored it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It might still be out, but I don't know. I just saw a picture of him next to it. That's all. So,
wow.
But yeah.
I mean, I think this is amazing. Now, I know my friend Alexis Amore. She has a street named after her back in her hometown of Peru. But,
nice.
I mean, can you imagine you're an adult film star and they name a street after you, or they put a statue up or make a fountain of you or something?
Yeah.
I mean, good God.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. I mean, we've come a long way in this industry. We really have. Because if you look back in the early days of porn, kids, I mean, porn stars were prosecuted. They were thrown in jail.
Yeah.
You went to jail if you made porn. Mm-hmm. And that was, something that happened like back in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, violating obscenity laws.
Yeah. J. Edgar Hoover had files on the Mitchell brothers and all of these people, Marilyn Chambers and Seika and stuff. They had their names down, and they were running around hiding films, because back then you shot adult films on film.
Yeah.
So they were running around filming them. And if you wanted to watch porn, you had to go to a theater and watch porn.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could pull up your phone right now and go, I love to love you, baby, and, you have a good time.
And now, 3 out of 4 of your cousins have OnlyFans.
Oh! So, snap!
Everywhere now.
Snap! Have you noticed that? I went to go get my teeth cleaned the other day, and the dental hygienist was going like, I've got an OnlyFans too. And then she's got my mouth all wide open, and she's leaning over, and her breasts are rubbing in my face. And I go, are we doing a scene now? Yeah, it was like crazy.
Sounds crazy.
Wow. That's a fact you got.
No, it's a joke. I just made a joke.
Oh, I thought that was a fact. Oh, see, what a good actress you are. You did that line delivery so wonderfully. It was wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Yes. It's kind of like CNN XXX or something like that. Fox News. This ain't Fox News XXX. Yeah, that was great. Amirah, do you have a sex toy of yourself yet, or do you want to have one made?
I would love to have one because I love them, but I don't have anything yet. I have a lot which I use, of course.
Oh, God, yeah.
But, yeah.
Do you have a sex toy
yet?
I
would love to have one.
Not yet?
No.
Okay. So companies out there, I always wonder, because we got multiple cameras here, so I'm not sure which one I'm playing into. Please keep these two ladies in mind for a sex toy.
I had signed a contract with Only Dolls, but they dropped the project.
Yeah.
So now I have to figure out if I'm still under contract or not.
So, I'm pretty sure it's done.
I would hope so, but I got to read it through again because I don't want to get sued. So they flew me out to Dallas and took the body scans and everything, and just So,
I mean, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think they released their first one and it didn't do well, so they dropped the project. But, at least tell me that. Don't just stop responding to emails.
Misty Stone had one done. There was a company called 1AM Doll, and they made a full life size of her and Katie Morgan, a couple of other girls. And Misty took that doll home, and she goes, I'm going to go fuck myself now. And she scissored herself in a scene.
Yeah. Of course. What else do you do? Of course you're going to do that. That's the first thing.
Okay, girls, I want you to be honest with us right now. If you had a doll of yourself, would you do your doll?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Of course.
Whoa. That's nuts.
I would love to
cooler
do
with
that.
that kind of shit than guys. Guys are weird about it, but girls are like, hell yeah, I'd fuck myself. I know exactly how I like it. Like, come on.
I know exactly how I like it.
Guys are the ones with the weird hang-ups.
We would definitely fuck the doll with my husband together, though.
Yeah, see?
Oh my God, you'd have a three-way.
With the doll, yeah.
And then you get pissed at your husband because he's spending too much time on the doll.
No, you don't, because the doll doesn't exist.
And I would be jealous from the doll or my doll, like, hey, why are you sleeping with the doll? I'm here too.
There you go.
The doll is perfect. It is me. So it's like you're just masturbating with me, but without me having to give you any attention. Like, that's perfect.
Now, that brings me to a great point. We have another wonderful sponsor on our show besides the Mall.sexy, which is Duke's Erotic Tales, the Twisted Tales. Okay. That you are re-recording stuff for Twisted tonight with us after the broadcast.
I am.
But one of our first ones that we did was a story, and it's out right now. Go to Twisted Tales, DukesHardcoreHoneys.com, and it's called Lolly. It's myself, Tommy Pistol, Annie Cruz, and the adorable little Demi Hawks. Aww. And it's about the love doll, like a Twilight Zone Kel Penn thing. And it's like do, and the love doll comes to life, and it's like fucking the guy, and he gets obsessed with the doll, and then the doll goes, go to the expo and kill everybody. So then he goes in and goes postal at the fan expo.
Oh wow!
Because the doll said it too.
Interesting.
Well, you got to see how it ends, but I mean, this is like fucking nuts.
I bet.
But, I mean, so many people are into this doll thing, and this is a topic that I wanted to ask both of you ladies, because this last week they just announced that they are now putting out, and it's already out there online, AI porn. Mm-hmm. It is here now, folks.
Oh, yeah.
It is here now. AI porn is here. So...
It is.
What do you think of this AI thing? Is it a threat? Is it a blessing? What?
I don't want to go first. I've been going first.
Okay. All right. Amirah? AI.
Yeah, actually, I don't know yet what to think about it because, to be honest, I of course I heard about it, and but I don't really know exactly like how it will affect. It can affect in a good way if everybody is, or we are living in a perfect world, but it can affect in a bad way too in the industry. So I hope that we're going to make it right. You know what I mean? So I hope we can like...
Okay. Yeah, but I got to throw this in though. These guys are putting out this AI, and they're not getting the permission to use our images.
That's what I was about to say.
Based off our voice.
That's not
It's
good.
the copyright issue.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that we had with our SAG-AFTRA contract, was trying to protect ourselves from the AI threat that is out there. And then we'll just keep fucking growing and growing. And it'll be to the point they won't need actors. Yeah. They'll just have the computer put up the scenario.
Absolutely, and I can see as somebody who strictly does porn scenes or who is an actor, I can see the threat there. Mm-hmm. I think there's a huge issue with the copyright, but I think also catfishing and image stealing is like it's a whole business all by itself.
Oh God, yeah.
With the lack of regulation, and it's hard to regulate. Like technology is always going to be ahead of us in that way, but honestly, I'm not personally concerned. At all, really, because I feel like my main fans like me as a person, and when you throw in an AI, it's like this amalgamation of what they think people want, and I don't think that's going to take away any of my fan base, like really, because I think that they want more than just what I look like. What I look like is like this much important, I feel like. It's more the interaction and the companionship and the like personal intimacy that is offered by like cam girls and by people who like porn people who interact with their fans directly, and like you have your own content and your own sites, so like I think for people like that it's not such a threat, but for people who are like working in mainstream, absolutely, because you have to rely on a company to hire you, and that's where the issue comes in. But see, I don't need a company to hire me. I hired me, and I'm not going to fire me, so I can. I also can see.
Well, that's what Amirah does too. She has her own company.
That's what I said. Yeah. And then the other thing is, I've had people reaching out to me about AI chatbots, which I think actually could be interesting. I'm going to look into it. What we're planning on doing is like training one with like my voice and like me talking and my personality and stuff, and then offering that to people in, say, India who can't afford the $5 a month subscription to my OnlyFans. Like, they'll know that it's AI, and they'll know that it's an AI that I trained, and I'll continually add to it. And I feel like as long as you're transparent and as long as you're the person, I think that's a good ethical way to bring AI into the space.
But they buy that, then they download it. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's like the tube site shit.
Well, it's an interactive thing. So it's an interactive like a subscription site, but instead of charging $5 a month, you could charge.
So they can't download it.
No, you're interacting with it
and give it to your buddies to try out.
No, because you're interacting with it directly, and it would make like Amaranth, I think, is already doing it.
Yeah,
where
that's
she
true.
has her bot that's her, and they know it's a bot and all that stuff. But it just makes it way more affordable. Because if I'm talking to people, I have a couple thousand people on my different subscription sites, and I get about 300 messages every morning where I open it up and I'm like, oh, look at those messages. Here we go. And
so now the bot would answer the messages.
Right, but not
that makes sense, right?
No, because it would be a whole different website. So on my site where it's me answering the messages, I charge $5 a month. But now with the AI, I can have a whole different website where I go, hey, if you can't afford this option, the $5 a month option where you're literally talking to me directly, you can go over here to this AI option, and you can know that those are my real answers because I trained the AI, but you know it's AI.
Okay, so that's interesting.
It's a separate thing.
That's interesting.
And it's transparent.
Yeah. What was that? Oh, I thought I heard somebody say dude. Like somebody was agreeing with us. Okay. Amirah, is there anything, my love, that you want to share with your fans right now?
I wanted to share this, that I'm back and that I love them all, because without them, I'm nothing. I always say that. So we should be really thankful to have our fan base, and that's it.
I had a fan, his name is Dave, and he was writing in from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Dave wanted to know, I love watching your scenes. He goes, what do you do though when you're not filming?
Actually, I'm doing a lot of things. Like we were trying out with my husband a few businesses. We had a restaurant, we had a taxi, like a cab company.
Whoa. You have a restaurant and a cab company?
We had before, but then we always move back to porn. But we always do something else.
Yeah.
And we are also directing scenes for Dubai Films. So that we also do, like.
Wow.
And we are trying to spend time with family and friends if we are not working, But most of the time we are working, I have to say that. I'm a little bit workaholic, so I don't even have a day when I'm not working on something, at least.
Right. Well, that's keeping you busy. Wow, I'm impressed about the restaurant. I've always wanted to have a restaurant, but that's a lot of work to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot to do a restaurant.
It was amazing. Actually, it was during the COVID, and we were working in the restaurant and, making deliveries and stuff. And we were making the burgers and, it was pretty cool.
Wow. Now, did you have kind of porn names for the food, like orgasm omelets or?
Yeah, I wanted to do
burgers,
that, but I want to do that, but we didn't do it that time. Old-fashioned hamburger.
Old-fashioned hamburger, yeah, exactly. Okay, that's cool. All right, my friend, thank you so much for calling in all the way from overseas like this tonight. That's so wonderful. And I know the fans were really happy to hear from you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, it was really good. Anything else you want to say to everybody before we let you go? Happy Valentine's Day.
I love you all. That's all. And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy and happy belated birthday too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, her birthday was just the other day. So fans, please go onto her Twitter and Instagram and wish her a belated happy birthday right now. Your card is in the mail. It should be there very soon.
Yes, I checked it. It's not here yet, but I will check again tomorrow. So
Okay, great.
hopefully, and thank you so much.
All right, Amirah Adara, everybody.
It was nice to talk to you.
Thank you. It was amazing, guys.
All right.
Mwah.
Ciao.
Ciao.
All right, folks, and next week on the show, we have another beautiful international star who's going to be on. Do you know who that is?
No.
We have the lovely Eva Sweet. Eva Sweet is going to be on the show next Wednesday. Now, this is going to be a little bit early. We're doing an earlier show that day. We're going to be coming on at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. She's calling in from Paris, France. So it's going to be great. So rain or shine, we are still going to be on the air. And there's another storm coming, by the way.
Oh, yay. More rain.
Yeah, and snow.
And snow.
Do you ski?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well, I don't ski that great either. Why don't we just go and just kind of...
I don't like being cold. I don't do the cold.
No?
No. That's why I have never
But you
left
didn't let me
Vegas.
finish. I was going to say we should sit in the lodge and drink hot cocoa by the fire and look out the window at
But
the
we
snow.
have to be in the cold to get to the lodge.
Well, we'll get big coats to go in. We'll have little people around us with heaters on us.
Perhaps I will be convinced.
Okay, yes. All right, well, let's see if we can convince you to stick around right now and take a listen to our sponsors. And we're going to be back. Oh, wait a minute. I guess we can take a phone call. Let's take a phone call.
Let's do it.
Let's take a phone call before we go to commercial break. Hello, caller. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Phone call. Before we go to commercial break.
Hello. You got to turn your TV down and your radio, okay?
We can hear ourselves.
Hello, James.
Hello. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hold on a second. Let him catch up.
Hello?
Well,
Jason from Ohio.
Jason from Ohio.
Jason
can
from-
can you turn your sound down? Because we can hear ourselves.
Jason, you got to turn your TV or radio down.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can
Thank
hear you. Go ahead. What's your question?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead. What's your question, Jason?
Hello?
Yes.
That's why I was saying you gotta wait. Because there's a delay, so he's...
What's your question?
Are you guys doing anything special for Valentine's Day, Alex?
I'm here hanging out with you guys for Valentine's Day. That's my special thing. That, and I drove out here and I shot a new scene with Corey Chase. That was pretty freaking awesome.
And you got one tomorrow.
And I got a scene tomorrow. Well, I'm shooting that. I'm paying everybody for that, so that's not
Oh,
the
wow.
same thing.
Oh, you don't have to pay me. I'll do it for free.
Not you.
Damn. I was that close. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, thank you for asking. Did you have any other questions?
Yeah, I'm Jason, the one that James met at Exotica, New Jersey.
Hi.
I'm the one that sent you the video on X. The one that James met at Exotica, New Jersey.
That you met at
Yes, of course. Hi, Jason. Happy Valentine's
Hi,
Day.
how are you?
Good.
Good.
He said he sent you a video on X.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Hello.
Jason, I'm still hearing the feedback there, buddy. You gotta turn your set down.
Hello. Still hearing the feedback. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Do you have another question for us?
Yeah. Are you working on any new movies, Alex?
I mean, all the time. So tomorrow, actually, I'm shooting a new superhero film. It'll be 30 minutes long, so it'll be a really good one.
Oh, you didn't tell me about that. What is that?
Well, it's a custom. So it's actually, I had somebody order a custom of me. It was a solo video where I was a supervillain and I was torturing the viewer. And now Nathan Bronson, I hired him, and he'll be the male talent. So he'll be a superhero that may or may not defeat me. You'll have to tune in and see.
Oh.
But it's the same villain from the solo, so it should be really good. And I'm going over the script with him tonight, so we're going to be ready. And Mike Quasar will be shooting it, so that'll be really nice.
Nice.
I have one more question, Alex.
Go for it, babe.
Have you ever worked with Tommy Pistol?
Absolutely, a lot, yeah. I've worked with Tommy a few times.
Have you ever worked with Tommy Pistol? Yeah, he's awesome. He is so funny.
He's so great. Honestly, the most recent scene we have together is The Voyeur.
Yeah, he's awesome. He is so funny.
Okay, Jason, we're going to let you go because we're still hearing that feedback, but thanks for calling in tonight.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye, Alex.
All right.
Bye, honey.
Okay, let's go to a commercial break, and we're going to be back with a lot more of your calls right after this.
If you like your cartoons, comics, animated porn, and games that are hot, raw, and uncensored, check out Dukes.com. That's Dukes with a Z. They have the sexiest erotic stories featuring curvy MILFs, busty teens, and well-hung studs ready to give them every thick inch. There's superhero porn, horror and suspense porn, monster porn, and horny housewives. With hundreds of videos and thousands of comics, you'll be guaranteed to have a good time. And coming this summer, Dukes.com will be adding some hardcore VR animated porn onto the site as well. So, check out Dukes.com. You won't be disappointed.
Happy holidays from Duke's Dolls. We're having a special sale for the holiday season. For the months of December to January, when you type the promo code in HOLIDAY 2023, that's HOLIDAY 2023, we will automatically get you $100 off the price of any medium or large product on the website. That's www.dukesdolls.com. Come and get a very special gift for a very special someone or yourself. We won't tell if you don't. So come and get the best pleasure toys around and only at Duke's Dolls. That's dolls with a Z, baby. HappyHolidays.com. If you like me, your lovely Misty Stone, Emily Willis, Kenzie Reeves, Gabby Carter, Bella Danger, Tina K, Sybil, Erica Lauren, Candace Dare, or Purple Bitch, go to the mall.sexy, click channels number 2, and scroll down to whatever you like, baby. Or check out our news. Keep up with what's happening, like inside the industry and much, much more. All you want is at the mall.sexy. Remember that site and visit them today and every fucking day. The mall.sexy, baby.
The mall.sexy is the newest porn center, and you can find all that you're looking for there. Shop the stores and check out the theaters. Everybody is on there, even me, the lovely Misty Stone. Just click on the channel 2 at the top, and all of my social media connections are on there too, baby. And one of the real reasons that I'm talking about the mall.sexy is the mall.sexy now has the new Vixen Media Group series, Milfy. Plus, Blacked Raw, Tushy Raw, Deeper, starring that sexy redhead Maitland Ward, and Slate. Go to the mall.sexy and join today, and all of the links are there on the homepage. 24 hours a day, the mall has it all. The mall.sexy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm James Bartholet.
And I'm Alex Cole.
That's right. Alex Cole, James Bartholet. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hope you all having a good time joining us here. Amirah Adara, my dear friend, called in just now from overseas, from Budapest, Hungary. It was like 3:30 in the morning over there. So again, thank you so much, darling, for calling in.
Wild.
Next week, Eva Sweet is going to be calling in. Now that special show Next week is going to be at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. So make your plans to listen in and call in on that show. All right. Let's give you some of the actually, before we go to that, let's go to What You Must Watch. This is a segment here from our good friends at the mall.sexy. Remember, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, the mall has it all. And you can buy clothing on there, you can buy sex toys, or you can buy these great scenes to watch at the mall.sexy. Privilege 2. It stars Lexi Luna and Lily Bell and Vanessa Sky and the gal who won a bunch of awards last month at AVN, Vanna Bardot. Mm-hmm. Very pretty girl. Just found out, I didn't know, I always said she has this gorgeous, exotic look. She is a mix of Brazilian and French. Yeah, very nice girl. And then this is my BFF. I adore this woman, Luna Starr. It's a Brazzers scene. You know, she's one of the Brazzers contract girls. It's called Search and Destroy. That was up for awards and should have won because Luna is the best. Luna Starr, Search and Destroy with Cassidy Lux and CJ Miles. Now,
Seduce and Destroy.
What did I say?
You said search.
Oh. Good God, I shouldn't have smoked that little puff of weed.
Yeah, that's what did it.
Yeah, that's what did it.
Luna Starr, Seduce and Destroy. Let me do the next one.
Okay.
All right. We also have this scene from Slade. This one here, yeah?
Yeah.
Starring Alexis Tay, Blake Blossom, Christy White, Eliza Ibarra, Jaslyn Ray, Kelly Collins, Ryan Ryans, and Vanna Bardot.
Again.
And then
the career perspective is on my dear friend Seika. Tell us about that.
All right. Seika, born Dorothea Ivania Hundley. April 15th, 1954, also known as Dorothea Hundley Patton, is an entrepreneur and retired American pornographic actress who performed full-time from 1977 to 1982, and on a limited basis in the mid-1990s and early 2000s. She was known as the Platinum Princess of Porn. In 2013, she released her autobiography about her life and career titled Inside Seika?
Seika.
Seika, okay. Mm-hmm. And you have another thing down here, the very best of Seika.
That's some movies to watch of her. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you watch the very best of Seika, you can see Aubrey Nichols, Becky Savage, Desiree. How do you say that one?
That is Desiree Costeau.
Costeau, Eileen Wells, Hilary Summers, Laurie Smith, Liza Dwyer, Lisa Thatcher,
a lot of
many,
stars.
Many more.
And many, many more. Also, we have Seika Screws the Stars with Juliet Anderson and the infamous Jamie Gillis and John Holmes. Now, these were the OGs of porn. And I was so blessed and honored to have Seika in our Inside the Industry Legends booth with me and Christy and Ginger and Lucky and Misty and Monet and Kiki and Mickey and Victoria, all of our stars. God, we had Dominique Simone, TT Boy, LT, Shawn Michaels, Lexington Steele, all of the OGs. Were all there, and there was the Queen Bee, Seika, and that was incredible. So we have our Legends booth that again will be at Exotica in Chicago. If you would like to win a ticket to go, email insidecontest@gmail.com and put Exotica Contest in the header. We want to tell you about a great testing facility. It's called Sage Health. It's located in a urgent care facility on Victory Boulevard, just west of Van Nuys. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you have no excuses for not getting tested. And your test results come back the next day. Okay? the next day, even if you get in there at 7:15, 7:30, and you test, it'll come back the next day. Because the facility that they do the little lab thing is right there in the valley. So it's really good. Use this promo code SAGEINSIDE50 and you get $50 off your testing. Oh, was it Sage? 20. It was Sage 20. Industry 20. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I shouldn't have smoked that weed before the show.
That is not what...
No. Sage Inside 20. I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you. It wasn't that. Okay. Mile High Media's all-girl banner Sweetheart Video.com has debuted its new title, Lesbian Trainer 2. It's out now on sweetheartvideo.com. Out of Des Moines, Iowa, the Iowa state legislature is considering age verification legislation targeting adult entertainment platforms. Now, why this is a good thing that we want to keep children off of porn, this could lead to a lot of other infringements about adult film sites and just targeting adult film sites. Do you agree with that?
I'd have to see it, really.
Okay.
I'd have to actually look into
the bill. Look into the whole thing.
Because a lot of things look like one thing, and then when you look into it, it's a whole other thing.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So.
All right. This is something that we were talking about before we went on the air. A federal district court on Friday sentenced adult performer Sergeant Miles
to two years in prison for his role in the January 6, 2021 riot in the U.S. Capitol building. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
In addition to the 2 years in federal prison, he faces a year of supervised release and must pay $2,000 in restitution. AVN reported that Miles participated in the riot as a member of the far-right Proud Boys. Miles has more than 370 credits in scenes across the straight, bi, trans, and gay adult sectors. What do you think of that?
Well, I
think it goes to show that in porn, people in porn are not a monolith. You can find any viewpoint when you look at a group of porn performers. Like that's
it was
why
the insurrection was wrong, and it did happen.
Yeah, and that's why it's important that we're not all like lumped together as porn people think this, or porn people vote this way, or porn people think this. Like, it just goes to show like how wide of a variety of thought processes there are in the industry.
Oh, God, yeah. Tom Byron is going to be coming out with a book that's coming out in the summer of 2024. Fame is a Whore on Butt Road, the Tom Byron story. And he has now been named one of the, well, I guess you would say he's a brand ambassador for loyal fans. Yeah. So that's very good. Congratulations.
He has his very own personal page on there.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan, you could check him out on Loyal
Congratulations, Tom. Good guy. Good guy. Second installment of actor-director Seth Gamble's new Wicked picture, CinemaCore project called Fantasia is now streaming on Wicked.com. Go and check that out with Seth Gamble and Valentina Nappi. Evil Angel has announced the release of I Love Anal 3 from Hall of Fame director Johnny Darko. Have you worked with Mr. Johnny Darko before?
He's shot me, but I haven't performed with him.
Okay.
So he shot me with another performer. So.
Okay. Good director. Yeah,
absolutely.
Good director. All right, so go and check out his new one there. And we are taking phone calls now. So it is area code 818-231-2580. Would you like to put that on your cellular, on your social media right now and ask your fans to call you?
Sure.
If you like, yeah.
We should have done that earlier.
Well, now we could do that now because we don't have the other caller on. And so they can get uninterrupted questions of you.
Yeah.
Look at here.
I just mean for people to have
Tony,
time to see it.
Well, Alico, you have such pretty hair. You look to be like a college professor.
Thank you, Tony, for your lovely comment in the chat. Let's see.
All right, so it's 231-2580.
Oh, we have a call.
And look at that. They're dying to talk to you.
Hold on 1 second.
Hello, caller. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Alrighty.
Hello. My name is Stefan, and I'm calling from the East Coast in Virginia.
Hello, Stefan from Virginia. Say hello to the gorgeous
James Bartholet.
Thank you, darling. Say hello to my gorgeous friend here, the very talented Miss Alex Cole.
Hi.
Hello, Alex.
Hi.
Big fan. It's rare for you guys to have two of my favorite ladies on at the same time, so I'm just like, I felt like I had to call in because I was like, heck yeah, Amirah Adara and Alex Cole. Oh yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Well, thank you so much. Did you have a question or anything?
I didn't necessarily have a question, but I just wanted to share that I recently had inspiration to create erotica novels, and I was basically inspired by fantasies that were inspired by scenes like yours, Alex.
Oh, thank
you. And I wanted to just share that I plan to start writing books, and if I write anything that is inspired by you or anything you've done, I would love to put you on the cover if possible, but of course I won't. If you can't, I get it. But I just wanted to say it would be an honor if you did.
I'm already in. I used to write back in school and I miss it, and I think that's fucking amazing. And I think when you want to do something like that, actually taking the step to jump in and do it is huge. So congratulations to you for deciding to really do it. So yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Can put me on the cover. I'll promote the shit out of it.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Oh, I just realized I had a question. I'm sorry. It just came to me. You guys, both of you, were in a film called Scissors by Sparks Entertainment.
Yes.
I was wondering if you knew any details about when that might be coming out. It might have already come out already, for all I know.
Not yet. Yeah. I'm one of the stars in the movie. She's one of the stars in the movie. I'm also executive producer. Harry Sparks did a really nice job on the directing on this. This gal, just me and Tommy and Jill and Annie Cruz were just sitting there going, damn, good God, this girl. What an actress. But it is a great movie. I talked to Harry yesterday. He is working on post on this right now. As you can imagine, post on a horror movie takes a minute. You've got a lot of special effects and the music and all of this stuff that you've got to put into the movie. So it takes a while. Right. We literally finished this in December.
Yeah.
So that was not that long ago. We are looking at getting, we already have a distribution deal. I can't announce it yet. It will be announced in a press release. This is a mainstream movie. This is not an adult film. There are adult film stars that we cast in the movie and some mainstream stars. But this is a mainstream horror movie, and it is scary. It is bloody.
Do you know when it might?
It will be out by the latest. It will be out in the summer.
Latest by the summer this year. Summer 2024.
We have to turn it in, and then they turn around and they get it and they put it on a schedule and the whole thing. But it will be coming out in the summer, and we're already looking at doing the sequel already.
Hell yeah.
That's really awesome, man. I was so excited for it, and I was like, I would love to help out in some way. I was begging to try to do voiceover for something like that. If there was any kind of background voiceover or something like that, I was like, I could totally do that.
What we did, caller, was we did a thing on Indiegogo. Was that right, baby?
I think
it was
so.
Indiegogo.
I wasn't involved in that part.
We did this Indiegogo thing, and if you contributed, X amount of dollars, then you got to be an extra, or
I know,
to work on the crew. So
I wanted to so bad, but at the time when it was going on, I was dirt poor and couldn't even I couldn't even donate $5 and stuff like that. But I was like.
Well, it's tight for everybody right now. We totally get that.
Oh,
no
God,
worries.
yeah.
But there's always going to be future projects and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's really cool that you wanted to be involved.
Thank you, and it is a great movie. It's really good. But
I can't wait to watch it.
Perfection takes time. You know, and we're not going to throw this thing out half-ass. But when this
comes
out, oh, fuck. And I think what I also want to do for marketing-wise, I want to trademark the clown mask on this. Because it was based on a regular mask, but we did alterations on it. And if I can copyright that, what a thing that we could start. Because that's the smart thing that they did with Scream. They did that whole mask of that ghost face, and they put that out there. When they did Halloween, that was based on a William Shatner mask that they altered, and then they made Michael's mask and that.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And then the ski hockey thing from the other one, you know? I mean, it's like, there's huge... Jason? Yeah.
The ski hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that's my man. You watch it.
horror movies are. Do you agree that horror movies are a lot of fun to make?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think horror is one of my favorite things to film because it is just so over the top and fun and like it's different. It's not a situation you'd be in real life, and those are the most fun kind of things to do. You know.
But it's also exhausting because it is emotionally and psychologically and physically exhausting for you because you're screaming and your blood is pumping and you're really into the scene, right?
No, my throat was sore after the day was over because I had gotten like fake blood in my throat and like I'd screamed a bunch, and so I'm driving home and I'm like coughing up like blood. It was the best. Honestly though, it was fucking great. I love anytime anybody wants to do a horror thing, I'm already in.
Yeah.
But you're on the line, so is there anything else we want to talk about? Because we'll talk forever. Stop us.
Yeah.
I was gonna say just like, you know, pain is temporary, film is forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
That's what I say. I've had to tell many a person that I'm working with, like, okay, no, like really, like, come on, like you're not gonna hurt me. I'm fine. I will live. Like.
Wow.
Kenzie Taylor didn't want to knock into me one time because we were shooting a film for Girlfriends Films, and she was supposed to like knock me to the ground, and she was like, okay, so we'll like fake this, right? And I was like, honestly, just fucking knock me down. It's fine. I'll live. Like, come on, it'll look really good in a GIF. So yeah, no, film is forever, and I will do a lot for a GIF.
And I can't wait to see you in it because I know that you're a phenomenal actress, like you were saying, because some of your scenes, I was just all like, wow, she is so good. Like, I'm not even talking about the sex part. Like, I'm talking about, like, the preamble part where it's, like, you know, like, leading up to the scene. And it's, like, I was just like, wow, she is so good.
Thank you. I really, really love acting. And I've been acting for a long time. And I was in a lot of theater classes and stuff like that in school. And acting is one of my favorite things. So as I progress through time, I've been wanting to do more and more acting stuff. So I really appreciate that. That's very encouraging to hear.
I actually, Alex, I sent you, I just want to say one last thing.
Yeah.
I actually sent you, I wrote, inspired by you, I wrote a feature-length script.
Yeah.
For you, and I sent it to you. I think it was a few months back. But then again, I probably imagined it kind of got lost in the shuffle.
I have a good 20,000 emails at any given time that I have to go through.
There you go.
So, because I have 8 different email addresses, and you guys only know 2 of them. So, but
fair enough.
If you want to resend it, I will absolutely look at it. I have it planned on my calendar to have an email day soon. So now is the time to resend things.
But
I would love to resend it to you. I just wanted to let you know that I did. And
thank you.
If you love it, you're welcome to it and do whatever you want with it. I might have to tweak it a little bit because things have changed, but But overall, I just was. I mean, I wrote it to you just because, like, hey, you were inspired this, and if you want to use it for something, feel free. I would love that.
But caller, let me just interject here. This is something that you wrote. And anytime you do something like that, you should register that, because that's time and energy you put in. And it's very nice that you're offering this to her to use, but you still are the writer on this, okay? So it's very simple. You go to the Writers Guild of America website, and you can register a treatment. You can register the entire script. It doesn't cost that much money, And that means you've saved that and it is yours. If you don't have the money for all of this stuff, you know the simple way to do it? You want to know the simple way?
Mail it to yourself.
The entire script or the treatment, put it in an envelope, send it to yourself. Don't open up the envelope. That postmark on there.
Oh yeah, that'll show. Yeah, that'll show when it was sent. So
that will show when it was sent, and that will protect you on this. Believe me, there's a lot of people that kick themselves in the ass that they sent this to somebody, and then they turned around and they made a movie of it, and they made a bunch of money. Don't.
Oh, I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware, and I appreciate what you're saying. And I've done that in the past, but
nice.
and the only reason I didn't do it this time was because I was literally just like, you know what, this is just something fun for me, and I was like, I wanted to show my appreciation. So I was like, you know what? She inspired this, so I'm just going to send it off to her and be like, if you do something with it, that is awesome.
Thank you. I can't
but,
wait to read it.
Well, that sounds good.
Like I said, I had to tweak it a little bit.
Okay.
I might have to tweak it a little bit and resend it to you, but other than that.
Take your time. Just, if I don't respond, feel free to send it to me again, because the email situation is dire.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
I'm looking forward to reading it, though, so thank you for your time and effort. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And thanks for having me on the show. This has been a lot of fun.
Thanks for being on. You were fantastic to talk to you.
Thank you, caller.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we've got time for another call before our commercial break. The phone number is 818-231-2580. 818-231-2580. I guess I should put that on here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 818-231-2580. Now, I know there's one caller, one viewer that we got that just loves the gentlemen's clubs. And
okay.
I know that a question comes up a lot of times when I have the adult performers on here. Do you feature dance, and do you have a feature dance thing coming up? You don't at all?
I don't. I never have. I've just, I don't know how to do any pole stuff, and I'm violent, so
but
I can't
featured, you don't have to do the poles when you're featuring.
That's why I said the second part, which is I'm violent. So, like, if somebody like overstepped a boundary, I feel like I would just physically attack them. So I shouldn't that's why I don't do in-person things. I don't escort, I don't do feature dancing, because I'm violent and I know myself and I don't want to hurt anybody, and I don't want to put anybody in a situation where they think something's okay and it's not, and then I react. Because, like, I go out dancing by myself and it's the most fun thing ever. Highly recommend, but, like, do it safe. So I go out, I meet all the bouncers, I offer them water, and they like me, and so then I hang out near them, and
they watch you.
I use these opportunities to dance and be in a crowd of people and just lose myself. But as soon as somebody, like, grabs me or anything, I attack them. And it's like, also, it's like this. I have my hippie moment where I'm just like moving to the music and doing like nobody's watching dancing. And then if somebody like comes up and grabs me or something, I just throw bows and I go for the neck and I fuck people up. Like one, I have one. So that's why I can't do clubs, because like at a club, like at X, I go to X all the time, and the bouncers just let me do that because they're watching me. Because I tell them I'm here by myself, I'm not drinking, I just want to dance, and I don't want anybody to touch me.
Yeah.
And I promise to try to handle things well. But I might not. And they have never gotten mad at me because I go in with that energy. But also, like, before you judge me too harshly, one time I counted 26 different people grabbed at me in one night of, like, being out dancing.
What?
And the 26th was the most intense one. We left after this. But I was at a table with friends, and we have a call. But I'm going to finish this story.
And that's that guy.
So I have my hair in a ponytail, and I'm at the table, facing the table. And all of a sudden, this guy walking by grabs my ponytail and yanks me with him out of the table through the rope and starts pulling me down as they're walking away.
Like a caveman.
Yeah, and because he wanted to get my attention. So he grabs me by the hair and starts dragging me out of the table. And I, like, whipped around and I got him in the throat. And then, like, there was I told him off. But anyway, later he came back and, like, tried to apologize and was like, I just wanted to get your attention. So that's why I'm violent in clubs.
That's not the way you get
No,
it.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's why I'm violent in clubs, because people need to learn, and I'm happy to teach them.
Wow.
So that's why I can't, long story short, that's why I can't do strip clubs, because I'll hurt people.
Yeah.
And it's too fun to not hurt people. So,
And now we've got a caller here, and he was going to ask you out to a club tonight. But
Hi,
I
caller.
think he's saying no. No, I'm kidding. Hi, caller.
No,
This
you
is
got
who
a
you
caller
calling
who's
from.
a woman who's going, good for you, honey. Do it some more.
Thank you. I'm just out here distributing ass beatings equally.
Ass beatings equally.
No, and people need it. People need a good smack. And I feel like I'm the right person because I won't get in trouble. So.
I agree. Hi, James. It's Colleen.
Colleen, my friend, how are you? We have not heard from Colleen in a long time. She used to call in on the show, especially when we were over there on Sirius XM there for a long time. But it's great to hear from you. Happy Valentine's Day, darling.
Happy Valentine's Day. That's what I'm saying. Nice to meet you, too.
What do you think of this firecracker here, huh?
And kindred spirit.
Oh, yeah. I already feel like we can get along.
Definitely. I'll hold them. You can hit them. We can go out anytime.
I'm so ready. Girl.
You would be some kind of Thelma and Louise XXX thing going on with you, too.
See, I'm the perfect bitch to take with you when you're taking a group of girls out, because I wrangle the cats and then I beat off the dogs with a stick. I'm here.
Wow,
I'm
listen
full,
to that
I'm
analogy.
It'll be good. We can call it Milky and the Hot Young Thing.
She's got it. Now, did you register that with the WGA? Okay, get that.
I'm going to mail it to myself tomorrow.
Register this. Register that.
Yeah. Do you have a question for us tonight? Go ahead, darling.
Well, I'm excited to hear about all the new stuff you've got going on, James. You got a cooking show coming up?
Yes. Thank you, Colleen. It's called thefoodiestv.com. This lovely young lady next to me is going to be on an episode of that. It's just we go to a restaurant or a food truck.
Okay.
We try out the food, and then we say, which one did we like the most? And then we come back to the house, and then we try to recreate that one dish, because I think we can all agree on the fact that the food prices are outrageous.
Yeah.
That's why we're seeing so much theft in these stores now. And at least here in California, they say if it's under, under $500? It's under.
It's higher than that.
Yeah, if it's under that, they can't persecute you. So people are walking around the grocery stores and they're just eating, or they're just taking food, they're shoplifting, because the food is outrageous for the prices. But if we could show you folks out there how to make these dishes, then you could save some money. That's a great thing. What do you like to cook, girls?
I cook everything. Monday I tried to make lettuce wraps like they make at PF Chang's.
Yes,
I made
a great
lettuce
idea.
wraps for Matt. Well, I've got a cookbook. It's an old cookbook called the Fanny Farmer Cookbook.
Oh,
and they've
God,
got a recipe in there for it. It's called Chinese lettuce cup.
Right.
And it's the same thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and the funny thing is today I was looking at Instacart, and they've added a restaurant supply place here in I live outside of Philadelphia. So I can get the same thing that restaurants are serving their people. I can get that for a fraction of the price and make the same kind of meals for my husband that they're serving in their restaurant.
That's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know what a great idea for Valentine's Day. Instead of going out to a restaurant, you're going to be waiting there for a while, even with a reservation, to sit down. And, it's better to make something at home and do a nice little romantic dinner at home, and then just kind of recapture some passion and stuff like that, and you're right there.
Yeah. Cooking together is more fun.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm like, my birthday is on the 24th, and my husband was asking me where I wanted to go, and I'm looking at all these restaurants. I wanted to go for seafood, and I'm so cheap. And then I saw this restaurant supply place I can get crab for, like, I can get just straight crab meat. I can get 2 pounds of it for what a one plate would cost at Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And I can get him a box of lobster tails for what 1 lobster tail would cost.
Yeah.
And I'll cook for that kind of savings.
Yeah.
That'll give us 2 or 3 dinners.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And you got dinners for the rest of the week, so on the next night you're having sex for a couple of hours, and then you always get hungry after you have real good sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to.
Well,
go
and I can
there.
tell him, I can cook, I can serve him, and then I can go, honey, give me just the tip.
That part. Hashtag that part.
I know where you can put that tip, baby. Yeah. What do I do with this tip? And all this money we saved from the restaurant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Buy me jewelry.
Just lay out in the bed and be like,
Buy me
start making it rain, baby.
God,
This
yes,
is how
I
you
want
pay
it.
your dinner bill
Make
now.
their plate for you.
Where's my wallet? Yes.
I just want to say about your movie Scissors, which I'm also really excited to see. The whole cast, very excited about that. But also, when it comes to watching horror movies, like my husband and I love horror movies, and if we're not in the mood for watching porn, which sometimes we're not, it happens. Like, you don't want steak every night.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But if we're watching a horror movie, like that gets the blood pumping, that gets the same, the adrenaline going. And you get, I get scared. I reach over, I grab him. Oh my God, we're going to die. Well, we're not in the movie. But so that gets all, everything going. And after that movie is over, it's just as, we're in an excited state. We're, it can get the juices flowing just as much as porn can. So it,
And even besides the horror things, well, I mean, Hitchcock did do some pretty scary horror drama thrillers, like The Birds and stuff like that.
Hey, I feel
But
you.
I mean, those movies, Hitchcock movies, are incredible. The stuff that Jordan Peele is doing lately, incredible direct. What?
Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele?
Jordan
Yeah.
Peele. I'm sorry. I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
I have an accent. Jordan Peele. So, I mean, this is like, there's some really, really, really incredible stuff. The early stuff of M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm just not hitting the pronunciation.
No,
I
I'm just
apologize.
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, his early stuff there was great. Colleen, of my movies though. I like the Grindhouse stuff. I've done Hitchhiker Massacre, Murder Motel is like that. Curse of the Lady Mummy. Night of the Demons, the Grindhouse stuff that we did back in the 60s, that was bloody and gory and just had kind of a rough look to it. But Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino redid that with Planet Terror and Death Proof, which is kick-ass. Death Proof, Kurt Russell and the girls,
Right.
and he's trying to run him over, and then when the girls just stunt, I mean, incredible. And speaking of Quentin Tarantino, they've either started this week or next week production on the very last Quentin Tarantino movie. They've started on pre-production on this now.
Now, is this like the very last, like when they said it was the last Saw movie, and then they made like multiple more Saw movies?
You watch,
or is this, like, the last, like the last?
It could be, but you never know. You never know.
I don't trust it anymore.
This one is kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Okay, that was a brilliant movie that he did. But it was a take on that Charles Manson thing and the stunt guy fighting Bruce Lee and all that stuff. Yeah.
He gave the story the happy ending we all fucking wanted,
Mm-hmm.
That movie makes me cry every time. Because that's
Give me
the
5.
ending she
Don't let me
deserved.
hang. Yeah. Now, this new one is going to be centered around a gossip columnist. So it's supposed to be somebody Pauline Kael or Rona Barrett, kind of loosely based on them. And then also with the possibility that it might include some of the early adult film performers in there too. And there might be a little toss over there to the adult film industry. So that could be very interesting. But no word has come out on the cast yet. It is in the early stages still with pre-production. So we'll be interested to see how that movie transpires and see that winning awards. Girls, why I've got you here, what are your predictions on the Oscars or the SAG Awards?
I have none. I have none whatsoever. I don't even know what's nominated. I don't look.
Killers of the Flower Moon, an incredible movie, and it's based on a real thing. That these people killed the indigenous people on their land. It's an incredible movie. Everybody should watch this movie. Oppenheimer, we know what happens in the end. The bomb blows up. Boom, 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 boom. We know that stuff already. But Killers of the Flower Moon, incredible fucking performances on this stuff.
I bet.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
And the first American Indian female to be nominated for an Oscar. And this was her first movie. You watch this woman that plays the lead in this thing, you're going to go, I should have had a V8. Wow, I can't believe this girl. Her first movie knocks it out of the park. Incredible movie. But a real quick thing, going back to what you were saying about how you and your hubby get turned on by the horror movies. Well, not turned on, but stimulated, right? Yeah. We made a lot of
we watched the horror movie,
we made
we got our blood pumping.
Horror movies.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the studios, at first they said, no, we're not going to do this. And I remember Jenna Jameson and I coming up there to Steve Hirsch over there at Vivid, and she was like, I really want to get this done. And, he gave her the green light to do that. Then a couple of years later, we came up with the idea to do Saw, XXX, okay? And nobody wanted to do it. So we raised the money ourselves. We built the sets. Again, tip of the hat to Mr. Dick Chibbles and Jack Vegas. We had an all-star motherfucking cast in this thing. And it was a great movie, got tons of awards. Then it came flooding in. Rocky Horror Picture Show, Halloween, Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity. All of this stuff started coming out,
Yeah, but James, you've always been a vanguard. I mean, you're one of there's not that many people that act at the level that you do, so you've always been out there in front.
Right, and I appreciate that. But the point that I'm making, though, my love, is the fact that people can get scared and get turned on at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's
Have
the
you
same
ever done a horror porn movie?
I've done...
No.
I've done CNC, but I haven't done, a specifically...
No, for people that don't know what CNC is... Consensual
non-consent.
Okay.
So that's
because it's not CNC Music Factory, that
no, not
group from the 90s.
No.
Okay.
CNC is actually the top watched category among women, at least last I checked.
Really?
At least it used to be last I checked. So at least I remember looking that up and being surprised.
It is so wonderful having you on the show because we're learning things we never knew about. I mean, I didn't know that old-fashioned was a hand job. It's amazing. Yes. Did you know that, Colleen?
No, I just thought it was a drink.
Okay, when you get off the phone with us right now, go up to your hubby and say, how about an old-fashioned?
He's going to think that I'm offering him a drink. He's not going to know.
There you go. And then do
a surprise.
Be a surprise, and then do a Brokeback Mountain and go, yeah. All right, Colleen, we got to let you go. We got to go to a commercial break right now. Thank you for calling. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks,
it was really
you guys
nice
too.
talking to you.
You too. You guys have a great evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's break away for one more commercial break, and we'll be back here to wrap up everything right after this.
If you like your cartoons, comics, animated porn, and games that are hot, raw, and uncensored, check out Dukes.com. That's Dukes with a Z. They have the sexiest erotic stories featuring curvy MILFs, busty teens, and well-hung studs ready to give them every thick inch. There's superhero porn, horror and suspense porn, monster porn, and horny housewives. With hundreds of videos and thousands of comics, you'll be guaranteed to have a good time. And coming this summer, Dukes.com will be adding some hardcore VR animated porn onto the site as well. So, check out Dukes.com. You won't be disappointed.
Happy holidays from Duke's Dolls. We're having a special sale for the holiday season. For the months of December to January, when you type the promo code in HOLIDAY 2023, that's HOLIDAY 2023, we will automatically get you $100 off the price of any medium or large product on the website. That's www.dukesdolls.com. Come and get a very special gift for a very special someone or yourself. We won't tell if you don't. So come and get the best pleasure toys around and only at Duke's Dolls. That's dolls with a Z, baby. HappyHolidays.com. If you like me, your lovely Misty Stone, Emily Willis, Kenzie Reeves, Gabby Carter, Bella Danger, Tina K, Sybil, Erica Lauren, Candace Dare, or Purple Bitch, go to the mall.sexy, click channels number 2, and scroll down to whatever you like, baby. Or check out our news. Keep up with what's happening, like Inside the Industry and much, much more. All you want is at the mall.sexy. Remember that site and visit them today and every fucking day. The mall.sexy, baby.
The mall.sexy is the newest porn center, and you can find all that you're looking for.
Long to start and everything.
Yeah. All right. Hi, folks. We're back. We got to close up here early because we've still got to do some re-recording for Twisted XXX. But before we go, I've mentioned this before on the show. I'm going to mention this again. Don't do drugs, but if you're going to do drugs, get yourself tested. These testing things, fentanyl test strips, are pretty much free all over the country and all over the world to get. Okay? It's very simple. You get your drug or whatever it is you're doing. You put the test strip in there, 2 lines pop up, it's safe. 1 line pops up, it's terrible, don't use it. Then
make sure to read the directions. There's 2 different ways that you can use your test strips. So just make sure that when you're using your test strips, you read the directions twice.
Yes. Now also Narcan. This is available now in a lot of pharmacies. I'm seeing all around Los Angeles here now. And but there are websites that you can go to where they are giving this away for free. We don't want people dying anymore, so play safe no matter what you're doing out there. If you're having sex tonight, use that condom, okay? Don't rely on the rhythm method, okay? This is not something you can play around with. You should have a condom on, you should get tested. Play safe no matter how you're doing stuff, and don't drink and drive. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a wonderful Valentine's Day.
You rushing us.
Yeah. Okay. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, my love.
Hi, I'm Alex Cole, and if you want to see more of my bullshit, you can go to alexcoleXXX.com. That's ALEXCOALXXX.com. All my social media, everything is there. Anything you could possibly want. If it's not there, it's not me.
That's true, because there's a lot of fake ones out there.
There's a lot of fake ones. I literally had Flesh Mechanic, who's another performer, tell me recently that he thinks I have the most fake TikTok accounts of anyone else he's ever seen. So
yeah.
Don't get catfished.
That's why I texted you, to get the right one.
Make sure you verify who you're really talking to. And I will never ask you to help me with bills or money or anything like that. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's an important thing, too.
It is.
If they do that, then that means avoid them.
It's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag. I'm at James Bartholet on Twitter, at James Bartholet9 on Instagram. Onlyfans.com/James Bartholet, loyalfans.com/James Bartholet, InsideTheIndustry.net. The Roku TV channel, we have got brand new coverage and scenes from the Exotica Expo up right now, and our new LGBTQ section. And what was that, Edric?
AVN.
What did I say?
Exotica.
Oh, we have new AVN Expo coverage that is up on there right now for you to watch.
I'm on there. Go watch me.
Yes, yes.
Me. Go watch me.
All right. Till next time, I'm James Bartholet.
I'm Alex Cole.
Good night, good sex, and happy Valentine's Day.
Peace.